A knit two together is usually found on the left side because it's considered a right-leaning decrease. And if the left side is going to become more narrow, then it will lean to the right. So with my working yarn on top of the right-hand needle, I'm going to stick my right-hand needle into the front of 2 stitches and then knit them together. Decreases on the purl side don't appear to lean right or left, but a purl two together will appear on the other side like a knit two together. So I'm going to start with the working yarn underneath the right-hand needle. I'm going to stick the right-hand needle into the back of 2 stitches and then purl them together. An SSK is considered a left-leaning decrease, so you'll usually find it near the beginning of a row, near the right-hand side, because if the right-hand side is going to become more narrow, it's going to lean to the left. Now the SSK gets its name from the fact that in the usual way of doing it, you would slip 2 stitches onto the right-hand needle and then do a maneuver like knitting through the back loop. I find that awkward to do Portuguese style, so I have my own way of accomplishing exactly the same thing. I'm going to pretend the SS stands for switch stitches. So if I number the first 2 stitches on my left-hand needle as 1 and 2, then I want to bring stitch 2 behind stitch 1 and put it back on in front. So to do this, I'm going to stick my right-hand needle into the back of stitch 2. And now for this next step, I need to make sure there's no tension on the working yarn. So I need to bring my hands a little bit towards me for this, because I'm going to take the left-hand needle out of both stitches and then put that left-hand needle immediately back into stitch 1. So now I have stitch 1 on the left-hand needle, stitch 2 on the right-hand needle, and I can put stitch 2 back onto the left-hand needle. So now I've switched the order of those 2 stitches. Now all I have to do is knit those 2 stitches together, and that's an SSK. As I mentioned earlier, purl decreases don't appear to be left-leaning or right-leaning on the purl side, but an SSP will appear to be an SSK on the knit side. So to do an SSP, that first step is going to be like an SSK, where I'm going to reverse the order of the 2 stitches on the left-hand needle. So I bring the right-hand needle into the back of the second stitch. Then with no tension on the working yarn, I'm going to pull the left-hand needle out of both stitches and immediately put it back into stitch 1. Now I can take stitch 2 on the right-hand needle and put it back onto the left-hand needle. Now all I have to do is purl those 2 stitches together, and that's an SSP. I hope this video has been helpful. Thanks for watching.